Yo, peace was goody. Welcome to another hip hop album review. This is part 207. The album that I'll be reviewing this evening is Westside Connection with Bow Down, released in 1996. This is their debut album. I just want to give a big shout out to everybody, all my subscribers, all my followers, the Speaking Cloud podcast, and everybody else, man. And I want to give a big shout out to my dude Darren that I bought this from off eBay. Good dude right here. I told him about my channel, so hopefully he gets to see this review that I do. So once again, thank you to Darren out of Canada. As you guys know, I've said this in on the comment video that the resurrection I did about a week ago. Definitely check it out if you guys haven't peeped that. I've been wanting to do this review, but I didn't have the case for this. I do have the CD and the booklet, but I don't know what happened to the case. So me, I'm very anal when it comes to certain things like that. So I just needed the case and everything just to show you guys with the album. You know what I mean? But as you can see, it's in pristine condition. You know what I mean? Very dope. This is the Canadian version. Nothing too different. Nothing different. Just as it's out of Virgin Music Canada. It's only difference. You know what I mean? So, but I'm just glad to own this joint right here. But yeah, it consists of 3 members of the group: Ice Cube, Mac 10, and Dub C. All right, guys should know Dub C out of at one point he was part of Low Profile with DJ Aladdin at one point. I'm trying to get that album, but that shit goes for stupid money. And then I also want to get the 2 Dub C album, the Mad Circle albums. Any damn thing changed that came out in '91, and the Curve Certain that came out in '95. But those go for a little bit of money, so I will try to get those eventually. But yeah, without further ado, tell you about a little bit about this album. Yeah, so their first formation of them 3 was actually on Mac 10's debut album, the self-titled album. Mac 10 I released in 1995. Definitely check out the review that me and the rest of the Speaker Cloud podcast did on that album. I did a great album. I would have to do a solo review on that eventually, but yeah, definitely would like to do that one day. But not anytime soon, but I will do it eventually. But they came out with a song called Westside Slaughterhouse, and that to me was like the first formation of Westside Connection, and that song was going after Common and the whole East Coast and stuff like that. So they definitely did their thing on that joint right here. So this album has 2 singles. The singles are Bow Down, which they have a video for, and Gangsters Makes the World Go Round. Those are the 2 singles off the album. I'll show you what the album looks like. You can see, very dope. They're all in black. See like Ice Cube with his famous grill. You know what I mean? And that's what the CD looks like. I got the daughter W. You know what I mean? That's how you do it. Alright, pretty dope. Show you the back. See them all in black. Pretty dope. Alright. Alright. Open it up. And okay. Well, here's the lyrics, all the lyrics and stuff like for all the songs. Pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to recite the lyrics, just watch it. You just read this, and then when you hear the song, you can recite it. You know what I mean? Plus your friends, stuff like that. And in the back, you can see the pictures and all that good stuff. And back here is like the track listing and like the production credits and stuff like that. So which I'm gonna get into right now. All right. The producers on this album. Let me open it up a little bit. All right. Buddha, dope producer. Ice Cube himself. Binky. Buddha once again, as I mentioned before. Buddha I mentioned before. QD3, dope producer. QD3 is Quincy Jones' son. Buddha once again, QD3, Ice Cube himself, and I think that's pretty much it. Those are the producers on the album. Alright, you know how I get down. I'm gonna go do some of the tracks like I usually do. Alright. Track 1, World Domination. It's just an intro. You hear like a really dark, menacing guy. Just introducing the three members of West Side Connection. You know, Ice Cube being the Ice Cube being the gangster, Dub C being the killer, and Mac 10 being the dope dealer. You know what I'm saying? So you know, pretty cool. Ain't nothing to it. You know, like a really dark, ominous kind of soundtrack score, like movie score, and then like the Dark Phases introducing them. So that's our World Domination. Nothing too crazy. Track two, Bow Down, which was the first single. Pretty dope joint, pretty dope way to start the album. Pretty dope. My opinion, I feel like Mac 10 had the best verse. I like the line where he says, I wrote it down. It says, once again, it's Mac 10, the gold crown holder, strong as a Coca-Cola with a chrome pistola. Now who wanna fuss so I can bust when I cuss? My look bring you fear with gear from the surplus. Pretty dope. I love that joint. He killed that shit. That's one thing. Mac 10, I always felt like he was like the more lyrical dude out of the group. You know, everybody does their thing, but I always feel like Mac 10 was the lyrical one. I mean, just listen to his first album from '95. Very fucking dope. Highly recommend checking that album out. So that was Bow Down, pretty dope. Track three, Gangsters Make the World Go Round. That was the second and final single. I like the song, but it's not really my favorite one, maybe favorite song off the album. But it is a feel good song. Ice Cube, I think Ice Cube and Dub C had the best verses. I like the line where Ice Cube said, "No hesitation, I could run a nation from incarceration. 30 years is what I'm facing, but give me 7 C's and 11 G's. I'm making enough cheese to bring Wall Street to its knees." Killed that shit. I love that. Dub C when he says, and like the police, I want a gang of killers all on my side. That sounds a lot more crooked than St. Ides Rip Ride. Woo! Man, that was dope. I love that. Love that joint. That was track three, Gangsters Make the World Go Round. Again, that's the second and final single of the album. I like it. It's cool. It's not my favorite. It's not my go-to. But like that, it's not my iPod. Like when I play my music in my iPod, I have it on shuffle. It's not gonna appear on the iPod. This is me for me. But it is what it is. Track four, All the Critics in New York. Love that joint. It's self-explanatory. It's just them expressing the bias that New York and the music media have towards the West Coast. Because at the time, like Death Row, was just running shit, Suge Knight and stuff like that, and they had such a notorious reputation at the time. Like they were like the most feared and stuff like that, and they were looked at as a threat and stuff like that. So just because they're not down with Death Row, just the fact that they're part of the West Coast, just has that association, and they kind of address that. But yeah, Ice Cube, I like the line by Ice Cube when he said, "I'm going thorough through your burrow with my Raiders jacket and my Jerry curl." Woo! Man, he's just telling you, like, yo, I'm still that nigga from 1990 with the Jerry curl. Love that. Dub C when he says, "So now it's on, and the gauge in my pants got me limping. Fuck you, NITY. I'm coast tripping." Man, yeah, he's pretty much saying, "Fuck the East Coast. I'm doing what the fuck I want. I'm coming to your hood and just do what the fuck I want." So yeah. I like that. That was pretty cool, man. Dope track. Track 5, Do You Like Criminals? One of my favorite tracks off the album. Really love that joint. Love the beat. What I got from that is pretty much they're pretty much talking about taking these chicks that be going with these busted ass niggas, man. These crazy, these lame ass niggas, man, and these simps and shit. So, they pretty much like saying, yo, come rock with a real nigga, I'll show you a good time. Make sure you protected and stuff like that. I ain't no sissy nigga, but, I'm gonna make sure you good, you protected. You treat me right, I'll treat you well. I need a ride or die chick. That's what I got from that. I like the line by Mac 10 when he says, "Hit a lick or two, make your whole life a thriller, make you want to shake the nerd and come right with a killer. Hot ass saws out to floss, no need to be discreet. I swing the fuck out of this bitch till my bumper touched the street." I thought that was dope. I love that. It's pretty much, just like I just explained, like just steering these chicks away from these busted ass dudes, man. So I thought that was pretty cool. Mac 10, in my opinion, had the best verse. I love the beat. Wish they had a video for that, but you know, it is what it is. Let me get a swig of my juice. Track 6, Gangsters Don't Dance. This is an interlude. It's just an instrumental. With all three of them just say Gangsters Don't Dance repeatedly. You know, just reciting Gangsters Don't Dance. You know, nothing to it. Alright. Alright. Track 7, The Gangster, The Killer, and The Dope Dealer. Very dope track. Yeah, Dub C does his thing on that. It's very dope. It's a braggadocious track. I like the line by Dub C, where it says, "Doing my shit up, pulling the trigger. What the fuck you looking at, nigga? True blue when I bust, leaving bodies hang like the tongue of my chucks." Love that. Mac 10 when he says, "Now what's next? I'm stuffed like a cold test. Blinding niggas with the boogers with in my Rolex, with my aces OT on a regular basis. We got parveted faces fighting federal cases." I thought that was pretty dope. I love that joint, man. Just again, this dude's is lyrical. They just think that he just spit that gangster shit, but I don't feel like they really get the lyrical credit as lyricists, in my opinion. But you know, it is what it is. Track 8, cross them out and put an AK. Man, this is like one of my favorite tracks off that one. Probably my favorite song off that. Probably, just saying, probably. I love the beat for that shit. It's so gangster. Love that joint. You know, in this song, this is when they're taking shots towards Cypress Hill and a Q-Tip. I like the this is pretty much a response to this song that Cypress Hill did on the Temples of Boom album. No Rest for the Temples of Boom. The song No Rest for the Wicked, which I feel like is a very slept on diss track. I don't really hear too many people talk about them. By the way, congrats to Cypress Hill for having the star in Hollywood. Well deserved, man, because they definitely deserve that. Excuse me. I like the line by Mac 10 when he says, "Busters get sprayed wearing high top fades and can goes backwards with dark ass shades. No switchblades, nigga. We shoot. That's how it is on the West when you're to your roots." Love that. Ice Cube when he says, "Used to get kisses and hugs. Now I'm serving you slugs. Fuck B-roll and mugs. Y'all niggas ain't no fucking thugs. To your surprise, everybody dies. From Colombian neckties covered with flies." Man, that shit. Woo, man. Yeah, that was pretty dope, man. Yeah, that's Cross Him Out, put an AK. Fucking love that. One of my favorite tracks off the album. Track 9, King of the Hill. It's another diss track towards Cypress Hill. Pretty dope joint right there. The only thing with this song, Dub C is not actually on the song. Only Mac 10 and Ice Cube's on the song. Because Dub C, he was actually cool with Sun Dog and the rest of Cypress Hill. But I like the line by Ice Cube when he says, "I see you joint your clutch. You smoking that shit too much. Got your bitch ass touch. Sun Dog, you can't rap from the guts. And B-Real sound like you got baby nuts." Like that. That's pretty funny. Mac 10 when he says, "Booyah, booyah," from the gaze as I spit him. The buckshot spray and it made them lay as I hit him. Ain't got to sweat his punk ass no more. One down and two to go. Hand me a fofo. Let me get my ride on. Get my homicide on. Damn, that shit. Yeah, they went in on that joint, man. Very, very dope. That's King of the Hill. They also had not Ice Cube. Cypress Hill had a song called "The Ice Cube Killer," which uses the same beat for King of the Hill, but that was okay. It wasn't my favorite. I do think No Rest for the Wicked was the better song. Obviously, that's just my personal opinion. But I'll explain more of that after the video. But yeah, track 10, 3-Time Felons. Oh my god, one of my favorite tracks off the album. Love the beat for that shit. One of my favorite tracks off the album. I love the line by Ice Cube when he says, 11 strikes from an armed robbery to stolen bikes. A nigga likes your motherfucking nikes. I shift gears when I see tears. Fuck a record, fuck a movie. I rack my Uzi. Love that. That's fucking dope. Mac 10 when it says, get my pocket back swollen. Motorola holding. A nigga got the whole hood rolling. BG's get you what you want when you need it. I got them little niggas all posted up and heated. Hogs put it down, nothing less than a fat knot. Niggas calling Mac spot, jackpot the crack spot. Woo! Man, yo, they killed that shit, man. I love that. That should have been That's another joint. I feel like should have been a single too. That's 3-Time Felons. I love that joint. Track 11, Westward Ho. Not my favorite. To me, I feel like it was like the weakest track off the album. You know, it's self-explanatory. It's a sex track. You know, like it's just what they would do with their jump offs and stuff like that. Nothing too bad. You know, self-explanatory. I was not a fan of that song. I could have done without that song, honestly. That's just my personal opinion. Track 12, The Pledge. It's just them pledging to the rag, you know, that kind of thing. So, nothing to it. Track 13, Who Bangin', WSCG style. Dope way to end the album. It is a posse cut featuring K-Dee, The Comrades, and All From The Eye. Very dope, very dope. Posse cut, definitely a dope way to end the album. K-Dee, you guys should know, he's affiliated with Ice Cube. He came out with that album. I have the album. I forgot the name of it. Ass Gas or Cash. Nobody writes for free. So glad I own that joint because that goes for a lot of money. So it's unfortunate it's his only album. I believe also he was on the song "Make It Rough, Make It Smooth" off the Lethal Injection album, which I believe was his first appearance on Wax. So yeah, I just thought I had to throw that out there. I could be wrong about that. I know somebody will correct me on that. But the Comrades, I believe, were a group that was affiliated, I think, with Mac 10 or Ice Cube. I know someone would let me know about that. And All From The Eye, I know is affiliated with Mac 10. So in this song, you know, they took shot. You know, Cuba took shots at Common as usual. I like the line by Mac 10 when he says, "It's Mac 10, fool. That nigga with heaters, gauges, revolvers, text millimeters. You know how we who ride when we collide. Niggas run, but they can't hide because it's worldwide. Love that." K-Dee, believe it or not, whoo, he killed that shit. Where it says, "Cock the hammer back and all smiles turns to frowns. Bow down before you realize you out of bounds." Love that. All From The Eye when they said, "Since I'm the gatekeeper, fuck your street sweeper. All my homies is handy with the heaters." Man, woo! They just went in on that joint, man. Overall, man, my thoughts on this album. This is a classic West Coast album. It's a shame that I don't really hear too many people talk about this album because when people talk about West Coast like classics, people always talk about obviously All Eyes on Me. They talk about The Chronic. They talk about Straight Outta Compton. They talk about The Chronic, Doggy Style. You know, all the essential West Coast classics, but you know, they rarely mention this album, which is pretty sad, but I know people in the West Coast really love this album, so, but this to me is a classic album. Definitely some of Ice Cube's best material that he's done, and in my opinion, like some of his last good stuff that he put out, you know what I mean, because later on in his career, he just went, my personal opinion, you know, I think that Hollywood, you know, really got to his head, you know what I mean? He really went Hollywood, you know, no pun intended. Well, pun intended if you want to say that. But, yeah, I will definitely be doing a review on War and Peace, Volume 1 and 2 one day. Not sure when, but I'll do it. But, yeah, man, great album. I love it. You know what I mean? My only thing, though, is, like, the disses towards Cypress Hill. Or they were cool. They were dope. I thought they were kind of weak. I felt like No Rest for the Wicked were the better diss tracks towards Ice Cube, or towards Westside Connection, specifically Ice Cube, because for those who don't know why that beef started, it was because you know, this is like around 95, around the Temples of Boom era. You know, they had a song called "Throw Your Sets in the Air," and which was I believe was a single. Um, they have a video for it, but they have like the I I think I want to say it's not it's the remix that came on the unreleased and revamped album. Well, Ice Cube had a song called Friday, and he pretty much jacked the hook of "Throw Your Sets in the Air," so that pissed them off. And mind you, that song they were actually featured on the Friday soundtrack on what Roll It Up, Smoke It Up, which is a dope track by the way, which easy could have been on Temple's Boom. But that's pretty much why they got into the beef because Ice Cube still on the hook for Friday from the no from the 3 sets in the air, and then that's when whatchamacallit Cypress Hill made the song "No Rest for the Wicked," which I feel like was a very very potent diss track. To me, they had a lot of facts towards Ice Cube and stuff like that. They went deep with it. They were talking about Ice Cube's beef with King's son, and they really went in. They definitely did their homework with that, and but I just feel like they didn't get the credit they deserve just because they Cypress Hill. Like, oh, these fucking stoners, what the fuck did they know? But I feel like they did their thing. I think they had the best diss tracks compared to Westside Connection. But that's not taking anything from Westside Connection, but great album. But I just feel like Cypress Hill, had the better diss track. And don't forget Common would be the bitch in you. I mean, come on, killed that shit, man. But that's just my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think about this album? How do you like the review? Let me know what you guys think. All right, hold it down. Be easy. Stay positive. Peace.